On this toy spot, we're going to be looking at the first appearance of Iron Man from the Marvel Legends Mojo series. This was probably considered a must-have of this set because it features Tony Stark in his original Iron Man costume. Before we actually look at the figure, let's look at the nice packaging, the standard packaging that comes with these Marvel Legends. The figure includes the back mechanical tentacle of Mojo. On the back of the package, the other figures in this particular wave, we've got Psylocke, Longshot, Luke Cage, Baron Zemo, we've got the first appearance of Iron Man here, and Falcon. The Iron Man also did come with a gold variant, which I actually did not end up picking up. I much prefer the silver, and getting the gold, really, I saw no reason for it. The Luke Cage and the Psylocke do come with variants, although they were, I believe, last run figures, so finding them next to impossible. But the figure, also figures in this set that you can get are an unmasked Baron Zemo, as well as an alternate costume of Falcon. The read-up says, businessman, ladies' man, superhero. Gravely injured by an act of industrial sabotage, billionaire genius Tony Stark saved his own life by designing a self-sustaining shell, the high-tech armor that is the invincible Iron Man. Today the world thinks Iron Man is an employee, Stark's personal bodyguard. In his dual role, he faces corporate intrigue and superpowered menaces. Iron Man is a modern-day knight in shining armor, fighting injustice wherever it rears its ugly head. Ladies also, he's 6'1", 225 pounds, a gorgeous set of blue eyes, and black hair. And he's also a billionaire. I probably should have mentioned that first. So that is packaging on the first appearance of Iron Man. What we'll do is we'll get this opened up and we will have a better look at the figure. As well, we'll be finally finishing up the fully assembled Mojo. So there's so much more to come, guys. Stay tuned. Iron Man comes with Tales of Suspense, number 39, the first appearance of Iron Man. And as I mentioned before, good opportunity if you didn't get a chance to get Tales of Suspense and you don't have several thousands of dollars. Gives you a chance to go back and read the issue that has the first appearance of Iron Man. And certainly you can get trade directs as well, but it's kind of neat to have the somewhat original version. And it does come with this figure. Moving that aside, the Build-A-Figure piece that Iron Man comes with is the back tentacle area of Mojo. So you know what that means? We are now finished. We are now finished Mojo. So what we're going to do is we'll take the back piece that comes with Iron Man here, and we'll take the head as well as the lower halves that came with Baron Zemo, the top half here with the head and the arms, the front stomach, which came with, I believe, Falcon, and the back part here that came with Psylocke. We'll snap it in with the piece that comes with Iron Man. And finally, we'll take the other remaining pieces that came with Longshot and Luke Cage. I don't know why I forgot that for a second. And we'll just peg that into place. Give it a little bit of a snap. Make sure it's all in place. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We have a finished, just move Iron Man out of the way here for a second. We have a finished Mojo. I'm digging this. I am digging this. We have a finished Mojo. We're not going to do a review here though. What I'll do is I'll do that after we're finished Iron Man. So we'll move Mojo out of the way. And he is on the way, guys. Alright, so let's have a look at Iron Man. the first appearance of Iron Man. I mentioned earlier it also comes in a gold version, but if you ask this reviewer on YouTube, I much prefer the silver version of Iron Man much more. I think it's a nice looking figure. He does feature the face of Tony Stark. It's not one of the best Tony Stark faces, but it's nice that it's there. He does also include the original Iron Man mask that you can actually snap into place here. And there we have Iron Man with his mask on. I'll likely keep the Iron Man with his mask on. I'm not a fan of the Iron Man masks where you can take the mask off, but it's usually just the front, and then you see Iron Man's face, but you see like a big shell on his back there, on the back of his head. So I'm just going to likely keep Iron Man with his mask on, because I think that's how I prefer it, at least. Paint-wise, there's not really a lot to it. It's basically just a straight silver. It is a nice looking silver though, and it's got a sheen to it. It's not just a dull silver paint. And he's got the yellow as well. A bit of he's got his antenna there also. A decent looking figure. May not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you're an Iron Man fan, you likely own this figure. In the way of his articulation, he has a ball-jointed head, which, even though the front mask kind of falls off when you move it, like it did just then, he does have a ball-jointed head that you can move up and down, left and right. He has the ball-jointed shoulders. You can rotate at the bicep. You can bend at the elbow. And actually, there are still 2 points of articulation in the elbow, despite the fact that he has all this armor and whatnot. You can bend the hand back and forth. You can also rotate it. You can bend the fingers, all individually, I might add as well. You can't do anything waist-wise, which is not really a big deal because it keeps the sculpt intact. The legs, though, you can bend in and out, back and forth. You can rotate the thigh. You can bend the knee at 2 points. It's a bit stiff so far in this figure. And you can also bend the foot and rotate the calf. He's also got these really neat treads underneath his feet as well. But there is Iron Man. Some would say a very basic figure in design. Again, if you're an Iron Man fan, you probably already own this figure, and he is part of your collection, your prized collection of the various Iron Man suits. But I like this figure. I do like this figure. A fan of Iron Man too. He's not one of my favorite Marvel superheroes, but I do like Iron Man, and really having him here in his first appearance is actually a nice treat. This Iron Man, I'm going to give a 6-2, and that actually concludes my reviews of the Mojo series, Marvel Legends Mojo series figures. The only thing left to be said now is that I'll wrap this video up here, and stay tuned for my review and my final thoughts on the Mojo series of Marvel Legends. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. There's one more video to go, and I'll see you guys then.